Hi, how are you? And welcome. If you're watching live, type in hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, type in hashtag replay. And that way we know you're watching. Today we're going to talk about how to retire rich in Australia.
Fantastic. Really good topic. And you know, the whole idea of rich doesn't also just mean money. It also means a whole range of different things.
Yeah, I'd rather use the word wealthy, because wealthy is the word
wealthy, rich in vitality, rich in health, rich in there's a lot of things that encompass.
So how do you retire rich in Australia? Well, let's quickly talk about that. There's one way of doing it. You can be born rich and inherit a lot of money, but most of us on here haven't got that. So because of that, there's probably a better way. So how to retire rich? How do people retire rich? Well, they can win the lottery. You can be born rich. You can become a famous movie star or singer. You can start a $1 million company. But most people do it through investment, and most people actually do it through property. That's the way people get rich. Now, you can try the stock market, but with the stock market, it's more like an organized casino or disorganized casino, where property, the average person in Australia with the right strategy can actually go and invest in property and make money. Isn't that right? And we know that because you and I both have done both the same thing. We've both been very successful in property, and we've helped 3,500 people do it.
Yep,
so 3,500 people have transformed their lives using our program, which is pretty cool.
Yep, absolutely.
But I've got a bit of an announcement to make at the moment. So what's happening, the budget's coming out.
Yes, it is.
Very soon. And after the budget comes out, I'm going to be doing a special on the budget and actually what does it mean for you as a property investor and as an Australian. Because every year I do this, the state of the budget. Yep. And but the banks are already ahead of the game. So this is what's happening at the moment. I've got a little secret for everyone, and I haven't announced this publicly before. I'm just going to open up my phone and tell you something. So there's a lot of people out there that probably having a few challenges with borrowing capacity.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest challenge we've come across, 100%.
Yep. Now, guess what's going to happen when the budget comes out and the taxes, because with this budget, certain people are going to drop their tax a certain amount, depending on where you're at.
Yep.
So what the banks have done is they've actually increased people's borrowing capacity. So I've got a sneak peek at the calculator, right? So I've got a sneak peek at the calculator. So example, I'll give you an example. Example one, someone can borrow $883,000.
Yep.
But with the new calculator, you're going to be able to borrow $929,000, an extra 5%. That's quite significant.
That's huge. That's awesome.
Yep.
Love that.
So, for example, someone that can borrow for a 569, they can get 594. So you're going to be able to get between 3.5% to 5.2% more on your borrowing. How cool is that?
That's awesome. That could be, that could be a real game changer for some people out there that have been kind of sitting on the fence a little bit.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm very excited about that because that is a very positive thing that the banks have got to change their calculators. And I'd imagine what's going to happen is probably 30th of June, they're going to start using a new calculator.
That's fantastic.
And there could be a bit of overlap. Yep. Now, the RBA recently made an announcement. They kept rates the same as they are.
Yep.
Now, a little secret birdie, because you know me, I've got lots of contacts.
Little birdie town. We like little birdie towns.
Well, a secret birdie had a chat to me, and this guy is very well connected to the banks and the RBA. Yep. So this is insider info, and I'm not going to mention his name, so I think I should be fine.
Yep.
I don't want to get in trouble. But anyway, they are planning probably for maybe a little drop. Because what's happening is they may hike it one more time, but November, around my birthday actually, funny enough, they're thinking about dropping it. So that could be a good birthday present for me. Dropping the rates. I'll be going, yes, thank you very much. Because my birthday is 5th of November. So every birthday that I've got is usually on a Tuesday, beginning of the month. And that happens to be the RBA talking about rates. They're one of their biggest rates,
Yeah.
and the Melbourne Cup all at the same time.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
So quite a big day for me. So, okay, we're talking about how to be rich in Australia.
Yep.
And we're saying property. Because we're the Australian property show, so obviously we're going to be talking about property. We're not going to be talking about shares or Bitcoin or anything like that. I mean, so if you talk about property, go.
And you've really got to choose your vehicle. And once you choose your vehicle, you've got to be really laser beam focused to get the results you're looking for.
You've got to choose a vehicle that's going to get results.
Absolutely.
Right? You want a vehicle that's going to be reliable.
That's right.
A wealth vehicle is going to be reliable, and you want a vehicle that you can drive or get taught how to drive.
That's it.
And
absolutely.
You don't want to learn how to drive a vehicle from a book, because you can have an accident. You need a mentor. You need someone to sit in the thing and drive and show you how to do it, then sit next to you, watch you drive, and then you can drive.
Absolutely. I mean, who learned how to drive out of a book? Doesn't work. You need someone next to you helping you, know.
Certain things like becoming a property investor, driving a car, riding a bike, flying a rocket, flying a plane, you can't learn from a book.
No.
Taking someone's appendix out, you can't learn that from a book.
No.
So that's the thing.
And I suppose when we're talking, if you want to retire rich, I mean, you've got to really sit down and work out a real game plan of what you want to create and how much money you need.
Exactly. That's right. And you got to try to work it out and work your way back, because there's two ways you can do it, right? One way is saving your way there, and the other way is investing your way. People watching, what do you think's better? Saving or investing? How do you think you'll get there quicker? How do the rich do it? Do the rich save their way to wealth? What is his name? Dr. Scrooge? Is that what he is? Scrooge?
Dr. Scrooge.
Dr. Scrooge, did he make his money because he kept saving every penny and that's how he became rich? Or was it investments that made him rich? Because I don't know about you, but I think it doesn't matter how much you save. If you're not investing, you're never going to get there. Impossible.
You need passive income. You need a positive cash flow stream. And there's different ways to get it. And we've already kind of discussed, but you've got to work out what do you want to drive. And if you're going to do that, you've got to learn what you need to do around it to get the results you need.
Exactly. Now, also, you know what I'm doing this year? Very exciting.
What are you doing this year?
I'm buying 92 blocks of land and building 92 houses and townhouses.
Fantastic. Well,
next Thursday.
Our members, if you're out there, they'll be loving that. Hello.
I'm doing them for me, not for our members.
Oh, that's just for you.
That's for me. But what I'm going to be doing, I might be telling people next week, announcing where I'm actually, when I do the budget, I'm going to announce where I'm actually doing these properties.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is pretty cool, because normally I keep the location very secret.
Yeah, we don't like talking about our fishing spots because there'll be no fish left, George. We know.
Exactly.
We always say
I get that, but I think I might just tell people a little bit about what I'm doing.
So that's going to be around budget time. So guys, tune in.
That's right.
You should tune in every week, but that's a good one too.
Exactly.
So
and someone's already saying where.
Yeah, there's already little fishy bites out there.
When I do the budget announcement, I'll be announcing where I'm investing my money, my personal money, because I'll give you a bit of a clue. Our clients, our staff, me and my family all invest in the same areas. So I invest where our clients invest. Our members and we invest in the same place.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guess that's one of the cool things, because community, the safety in numbers, you've got community.
Absolutely.
Right. And the thing is that I think that, there's a lot of programs out there when it comes to property investing where they treat you like a mushroom, right? Yep. They put you in the dark, you can't see what anyone's doing, and they feed you bullshit, right? Or soil,
Yeah.
anyway. But the thing
Yeah.
is, with us, everyone knows what other people are doing. We announce it,
Yeah.
we do our grouply calls. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I was going to say the big difference with us is we're really transparent with our members, and also like we actually encourage our members to, come along and talk about their experiences.
And
Whereas
meet each other and talk about
most
what
other
we do.
companies out there, you're not going to meet other members. You're totally segregated.
Exactly, because it's a community, and I feel there's a lot of power in the community.
Absolutely. And it's
And
pretty scary out there by yourself trying to do it. And when you've got that safety in numbers and you're seeing other people do it and you're doing it yourself, it's really encouraging. And you feel like you've got this lovely little safety net around you, nice little blankie, little property blankie.
And look, I've noticed something, Belinda. I mean, because you're our enrollment officer and property
Yes.
strategist,
Yes.
and you've been enrolling so many people. Why
Yes.
are so many people joining the program at the moment?
So I can tell you why. The reason why people are joining is that it's not about property. It's about creating a life on their terms. They want to be able to start slowly planning. Everyone gets it these days. There's no such thing as a get rich quick scheme. So you've got to get started, and it doesn't matter when you get started, but you just got to get started. And the other thing also, I feel like people are starting to twitch onto the idea that we've got growth coming up. We've got maybe a mini boom or a boom around the corner, and we've got to start really getting our ducks in a line. And that doesn't come overnight. That can take, a couple of months, up to 6 months, up to 8 months. It depends on the individual, but you've got to get started now. And I feel most people, when they come along to the meetings, they really get that they want education. They want to learn this stuff because we're not taught this stuff in schools.
Absolutely. I was just going to read a message from one of our clients who's watching this. Kane Fattorini. Settled on the land yesterday. Settled on the land yesterday on House and Land in WA. Thank you for number 3. Nice work, Kane. Love your work.
Awesome. That's great.
Because the price of getting properties at the moment, it's never, ever going to happen that cheap ever again.
Again, that's right.
Like, I see what's happening with the new properties that are coming on, and they're substantially higher than what we've got now.
Yeah. Look, I'm starting to feel the creep coming up, and it's starting to kind of get that growth happening. So, yeah, it's an exciting time to be an investor.
It is.
That's the vehicle you're going to choose to drive into your future to create the life on your terms. It's a good vehicle.
Well, this is the thing, though. I mean, the one thing, we're going to call it out, and I'll call this out every now and again. I did this in 2009.
Yes, you did.
And I did it again in 2017, and I did it again in COVID. And what I said is this: if you're borderline and you can afford to get one investment property, but you don't get in the next 3 months, you'll be able to afford 0 investment properties.
Yeah.
That's the fact of it.
Crucial times
if
now.
If you can afford 2 now, you'll get 1 in 3 months.
Absolutely.
Because now's the time where things are going to change.
Yep.
The money tides are turning. They really are.
Remember, George, we used to have that little saying. We say the most precious commodity is time, but what's the biggest one after that? Timing.
Timing, exactly.
Timing.
Hope you can't hear my dog in the background.
Yes, we can. Hello, Einstein. Little Einie.
Yeah, he likes to protect the house. Yeah. So look, at the end of the day, if you want to retire rich in Australia,
yep,
don't rely on your job.
JOB, just over broke.
And superannuation, because you're not going to get there, right? Not going to happen. 98%
you can leverage out of your super, though, but you can't rely on it.
No, 98% of people in Australia need the age pension to help them once they retire.
Yep.
Right? There's not a lot of independent people.
Yeah, that's right.
And what we're doing is we're creating people that are independent, where they can choose where they go, what they do. They don't have to eat baked beans on toast for breakfast if they don't want to. And some people you might like baked beans on toast, and that's fair.
Some people like it. That's fine.
Maybe I want caviar. Now, I wouldn't eat caviar every morning for breakfast. I've done it once or twice, but I wouldn't eat it every morning.
Hey, not unless it goes with a nice glass of French champagne. Otherwise, You can't have, it's one without the other. You can't have it without.
But imagine this, French champagne, beautiful toast, toasted, a little bit of butter, bit of beluga caviar on top. I've got the little pearl spoons for the caviar.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the way to go. That's all a part of the whole process. It is quite a ritual, you know what I mean? So
Exactly. And we got to go to our private group in 2 minutes.
yeah, perfect. So guys, if we could just recap just quickly before we go, guys, getting rich, for your retirement, it's all about getting a real plan of action. I always say,
I've got an idea though. I've got an idea.
Have we got
the people that want a plan of action, people that are watching want a plan of action, this is what I've got. I'm actually going to be hosting a webinar next week on the fastest and easiest way to get in on the real estate boom.
Yeah, beautiful. So and guess what? Knowledge is power, guys. So,
if you want to invite, type in #boom.
Absolutely.
Do you recommend to have a cash buffer before investing? That's a tough question because I think
don't know your situation.
I would rather have an investment with zero cash buffer than no investment. But I'd rather have an investment and a cash buffer, of course. And I really want people to have $10,000 in their offset account on their investment as soon as they can. And it's part of what we do. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to come to my webinar next Wednesday, type in #boom.
#boom.
I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it the fastest possible way and how you can get in on the next boom and not miss out.
Absolutely. Cool. And guess what I always say, if you're thinking of doing anything, and especially if you're thinking of property, your first investment is actually not buying property, it's getting educated.
It's investing in yourself.
Investing in yourself, getting educated. Absolutely.
Exactly. So
once you've got that clear, then you've got the confidence and then you go down that path. Absolutely.
There you go. I just want to say, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate every single one of you.
Absolutely.
And I love all the comments and I love all the interaction. And we're actually live through the group, but we can't see the comments. But I've got someone typing them in and sending them to me, messages.
Excellent.
Hopefully we can fix those technicalities. We're going to go to our private group and talk to them about the new stuff. And we're going to see you next Thursday, same time, same bat place, same bat channel next Thursday. Cheers.
Absolutely.
Remember, #boom. See you next Wednesday for our webinar. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ciao, ciao.